I thought I knew my wife, trusted her with every part of me, believed our marriage was unbreakable. But one ordinary Tuesday, everything changed in a single moment when I checked my phone. The location-sharing app pinged, showing her at a hotel, with someone else. My heart stopped. I thought it was a mistake, but the truth hit harder than anything I could have imagined. What I found next didn't just shatter my trust, it tore apart everything I believed about love and betrayal. What happens next will leave you questioning everything.
It was a Tuesday, nothing special, just another day in the grind. The office was buzzing, people talking about their lunch plans and weekend stories. I was buried in spreadsheets, doing my best to ignore the clock as the hours dragged on. Then, out of nowhere, my phone buzzed. Another notification from the location-sharing app my wife and I had set up a while ago. It was supposed to be harmless, a little safety net, a way to know where the other person was in case of an emergency. At least, that's what I told myself when I suggested it. I hadn't checked it in weeks. Honestly, I didn't even think about it. We trusted each other. She had always been open about where she was. No secrets, no drama. That's how it was supposed to be. But something felt off that day. I don't know why I clicked on the app. Maybe it was instinct, maybe it was some twisted gut feeling. But when I saw it, I froze. Her location wasn't where it was supposed to be. It wasn't at her friend's house, the gym, or even the grocery store like she told me she'd be. No, it was pinned to a hotel in the middle of downtown. And the worst part? She wasn't alone. I stared at my phone, my hands shaking. I kept telling myself, it's a mistake. It's just a glitch. It's not what you think. But deep down, I knew. I knew. The anxiety that started to creep in felt like a punch in the gut. The screen showed two names, hers and someone else's. Someone I didn't recognize. That was it. That was the moment everything went to hell. I couldn't ignore it anymore. I had to know. I needed to know the truth even if I wasn't ready for it. I left work early. I didn't even care. My mind was a mess, spinning with questions and fears. Was I overreacting? Was I being paranoid? But as I drove toward the hotel, every thought, every doubt, every question just faded into the background. I didn't care about anything else. I was going to find out what the hell was going on. The parking lot was empty when I got there, a cold wind sweeping through the space like it was mocking me. I sat in my car for a moment, just staring at the hotel, willing myself to move. My chest was tight, my palms slick with sweat. I was scared, but not for the reason you might think. I wasn't scared of what I might find. I was scared of what I already knew. I finally stepped out of the car and walked into the hotel. The lobby was quiet, almost too quiet. I walked up to the receptionist, trying to keep my voice steady. "Room 506, I said, like I was just another guest. She didn't even look up as she handed me the key. The elevator ride felt like it lasted forever. The air in that tiny box grew heavier with each passing floor. I kept telling myself, it's not real. It's just your imagination running wild. But deep down I knew. This was real. And I was about to face it. When I reached room 506, I didn't even knock. The door creaked open, and there she was. My wife. Standing in the middle of the room, her back to me as she unbuttoned her jacket. She didn't hear me at first, but then the door clicked shut behind me and her body went rigid. Slowly, she turned around. Her eyes widened when she saw me standing there, and for a moment it felt like time froze. The air between us felt thick, heavy with guilt, regret, and a million unspoken words. I didn't need her to say anything. I could see it all in her eyes. There was no shame, no surprise. Just that damn look. The one that told me everything I needed to know. "How could you?" I asked, my voice raw. It was the only thing I could get out. I couldn't even feel my legs. It felt like the ground was slipping from beneath me. The woman I loved, the one I thought I knew, was standing in front of me, broken, caught in her own lies. "Who is he?" I asked, my words sharp. "Tell me. Who the hell is he?" She swallowed hard but didn't answer right away. The seconds dragged on like hours. Then, finally, she spoke. "His name is Lucas." Her voice was low, almost defeated. I didn't want it to happen. I didn't mean for it to go this far, but I've been lonely. We've been falling apart for so long. I just didn't know how to fix it. Lonely. That word hit harder than any punch. Lonely? We've been lonely? We had a life together, damn it. We had a house, a future, memories. I thought we had everything. But apparently all that was just smoke and mirrors. Lonely? I repeated, almost laughing at how pathetic it sounded. You didn't think to tell me? You didn't think to talk to me about it? You think it's okay to cheat because you were lonely? You think it's my fault that you needed someone else? She looked at the floor, tears welling up in her eyes. I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know how to fix it. Fix it? What a joke. I stared at her, feeling the weight of every moment we'd spent together, every conversation, every promise. It was all a lie. Everything we had was built on lies, and I had been too blind to see it. Fuck, I muttered under my breath. You don't fix something like this. You don't just get to walk away and say it's my fault. You don't just give up like that. She opened her mouth to say something, but I couldn't listen anymore. There was no reason left for her to explain. She had already made her choice. And in that moment, I realized I wasn't the one who had been betrayed. She had betrayed herself long before I even walked in that room. I turned and walked out. My chest felt hollow, like something vital had been ripped out of me. As I left, I didn't feel angry. I didn't feel like I had any fight left in me. I just felt numb. And as I stood there in the hallway, my mind racing with everything I had just heard, the truth hit me like a freight train. I had been so damn stupid. So caught up in the illusion of a perfect marriage that I never saw her slipping away. But maybe I was just as guilty. Maybe I let myself believe in a lie because I was too afraid to face the truth. I drove home in a daze, the world outside looking unreal. Everything felt like a dream, and not the good kind. But there was one thing I knew for sure. Betrayal isn't just about the other person. It's about you. The lies you tell yourself, the things you ignore. In the end, it's about the trust you let shatter, the respect you let disappear. You can't unsee what you know. Once the truth comes to light, there's no going back. As I pulled into the driveway, I realized something that cut deeper than anything else. The hardest part wasn't her. It was me. I had been the one who let this happen. I had been the one who failed to see the cracks forming around me, too afraid to face them. And now, I was the one left picking up the pieces of something that would never be the same again.